How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And this is going to be my updated review on SiteGround. So if some of you guys have been wondering what SiteGround's been up to, what kind of hosting they have, how's the reliability and performance, what's the uptime like, the features, today we're going to get through all of that, and I'll try to be as brief as possible so that you guys can get the information you want without having to spend too much time looking around. Okay, so let's get started with it. If you guys are interested, by the way, in a special discount for SiteGround, you'll find that in the description down below. Now, SiteGround claims an uptime of 99.99%. However, I've seen that sometimes it does go below 99.98%, as you can tell here. So we've got 99.98, 99.97, and if we go back in 2021, you'll see some 99.91. But you'll notice that there are plenty of 100% uptime. So from August or from March rather through August, it's all 100%, which is very rare to see with these web hosting companies. Ultimately, you're really trying to push for 100% at all times, but this is definitely impossible to keep a network running smoothly 100% of the time. Eventually, there will be problems that cause brief outages. Even Google goes down occasionally. Still, you want that number to be as close to 100% as possible, and SiteGround very clearly provides that almost half of the year. So lots of 100% uptime, which is definitely very nice to see. Now, with regards to features, if you're starting out with a WordPress site, then SiteGround may be the place for you. The company offers managed WordPress on all of its plans, which means the company handles essential services like automatic updates for WordPress. SiteGround also supports WordPress command line management on all plans, which is not that common. That's not to say that SiteGround is for WordPress only. It supports all manner of other content management systems as well as static sites on generic servers. Since WordPress is a popular option for millions of websites around the world, however, SiteGround dedicates some special advantages to customers who go with the open source blog platform. But not just managed WordPress, of course. So we've got WordPress, we've got shared web hosting plans, we've got WooCommerce, reseller hosting, and cloud hosting. Of course, it all depends on what you're looking for. So most people I know will go with either WordPress or web hosting. WooCommerce will definitely be for those that are looking to open up online stores. But SiteGround Basic Startup Shared Hosting Plan supports a single website, 10 gigabytes of disk space, unmetered data transfer, a free drag and drop site builder, free email accounts, free daily automatic backups, the cPanel hosting control panel, and one-click installer for WordPress. So that's definitely a lot of features considering this is just the startup plan. Now, definitely a little bit more expensive than other hosting providers, but we'll talk about that later. Now, while SiteGround offers unmetered data transfer, the startup package only supports around 10,000 visits per month. That's not a lot, but it's more than enough for a site that is just starting out. Though the Go Geek plan, its top-level plan, also adds WordPress staging, which makes it easier to test changes to your site before releasing them live. The top-tier package also comes with the Git version control system pre-installed. Git is a tool for recording and controlling all coding changes and is the backbone of the popular developer website GitHub. Git is an advanced user feature and is helpful if you have a team of developers working on your site. SiteGround also offers a cloud hosting product for those who need to scale their sites based on demand. This level of service is best suited to sites with high traffic, such as businesses and popular online destinations or services. There are 4 tiers for cloud hosting packages now: the Jumpstart Business, Business Plus, and Superpower. These plans are all about the hardware and bandwidth. The entry-level plan will offer a Linux container, which is a virtualized operating system with 4 CPU cores, 8 gigabytes of memory, 40 gigabytes of SSD space, and 5 terabytes of data transfer. With the next plan, you'll double up your CPUs, 12 gigabytes of memory, double the SSD space, and still the same with the 5 terabyte data transfer, which is all the same throughout the plans here. And of course, the more you pay, the more you're going to get, all the way up to 16 CPU cores, 20 gigabytes of memory, and 160 gigabytes of SSD space. SiteGround also offers customized enterprise hosting solutions if your project is a little bit bigger than usual. Now, is SiteGround easy to use? Signing up for SiteGround is relatively easy. After choosing your desired hosting package, SiteGround offers to either register a new .com domain for $16 per year or allows you to use one of your own domains. I recommend bringing your own domain even if you don't have one yet. The fact is you can find a domain registrar with cheaper prices than SiteGround. However, if you don't want the extra hassle of setting up a domain from an external provider, then the extra cost may definitely be worth it. Once you're through with the domain section, SiteGround requires all your account details, the name, email, password, payment information, the basic stuff. Now, with regards to the SiteGround customer support, it begins with its multiple knowledge bases. The primary is one of its generic knowledge base site with answers to general questions organized by topics such as hosting, cPanel, applications, billing, and so on. Each section has articles written by the company that help with many of the most common issues. If you don't see your issue on the knowledge base landing page, you can use the search box right here and hopefully you can find what your problem could be. Beyond the main knowledge base, there are also dedicated tutorials for WordPress, Joomla, Magento, and Drupal. If the DIY route isn't working for you, then SiteGround also offers 24/7 live chat support, as well as trouble tickets, of course, to the paying customers. Now, for new customers, SiteGround requires a 1-year commitment to get its best price. Pricing for the startup package with the shared web hosting here is $399, but after the first year, it will charge you at nearly $15 a month. SiteGround's other pricing tiers have similar options. The Grow Big package is the next tier and offers multiple hosting, 20 gigabytes of web space, 100,000 visits monthly, and it's at $669 all the way to 400,000 visits monthly and 40 gigabytes of web space at $1069 a month, but of course renewed at $40 a month. For cloud hosting, the entry package pricing is $100 a month, and it will increase by $100 as you move up the plans. All the other plans are similar in pricing to the web hosting, except for the reseller, because if you go with the cloud with the reseller hosting plan, it will go all the way up to $100. But you are able to configure your plan, so you can just remove features or add features, and the pricing will differ. Now, SiteGround is a nice service with big pluses to recommend it, such as automated WordPress updates for everybody. While other hosts do that, it's rare to see this at the bargain basement hosting levels. It's also great to see another web hosting company that is upfront with its pricing and one that does not automatically opt you in to high-priced add-ons. However, SiteGround doesn't have the same advantages for lower-tier customers that bigger web hosts like, for example, HostGators and Bluehost do. Many of them, for example, don't put limits on the number of visitors you get every month, at least to a point. Companies will constrain access to your site if you're using too much bandwidth, so as to not harm other customers using the same server as you. But there are no hard limits as there are with SiteGround. Now, the conclusion is that SiteGround is a great service that offers decent value for money. If your major concern is price, you can definitely find cheaper alternatives such as Hostinger, Bluehost, HostGator, but it's quite common for most initial price offerings to require a 3-year commitment. SiteGround, in contrast, will give you its special price for a single year or even a month, though you'll be paying full freight after the initial month. That allows you to get the benefits of a cheaper price without an incredibly long commitment. Beyond price, some of the basic managed services it provides, such as automated WordPress updates and free automated daily backups, are a huge plus as well. The limitations on bandwidth are a definite drawback, but SiteGround is largely competitive. The biggest question with SiteGround is whether you want to give up its added features in favor of a cheaper price elsewhere. So it's really up to you. And of course, the uptime is a huge factor, especially if you're going with any reseller plans and you have an online store and you want your store to be up and running for as long as possible with little to no downtime. SiteGround is a wonderful option. So that's pretty much it for this review. If you guys are interested in SiteGround, you will find a special discount in the description down below. And of course, if you're interested in the other services that I mentioned, such as Bluehost, HostGator, and Hostinger, you'll also find links to the full reviews in the description as well. So besides that, comment below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel and stay up to date with everything web hosting. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.